Look at your hands. Recall the last time you apologized for a mistake you knew with absolute certainty you did not commit. We often assume we are the sole architects of our own choices, but in some cases, the reality you navigate has been carefully engineered by someone else. Psychological predators do not leave physical bruises. They leave invisible fractures in your sanity, methodically dismantling your perception of the world until you can no longer trust your own senses. You are watching this because a silent alarm in your mind has been ringing. You are trapped within a calculated system of control. Today, we begin the process of dismantling that prison. These systems rarely begin with overt cruelty. An immediate display of abuse would simply trigger your instinct to leave. Instead, the process begins with high-intensity validation. The manipulator uses warmth as a reconnaissance tool to identify your deepest insecurities and emotional gaps. They mirror your desires with surgical precision. By presenting themselves as the solution to every vulnerability you have, they become the primary source of your emotional stability. This initial phase of affection acts as a Trojan horse, designed to bypass your psychological defenses so the real destabilization can begin. Once anchored to the manipulator, they initiate Tactic 1, covert invalidation. They employ microscopic nonverbal weapons, a heavy sigh, a slight eye roll. These are small enough to deny, but frequent enough to make you second-guess your every move. If you confront them, they rewrite the history of the event. They claim you are remembering things incorrectly, forcing you to choose between their narrative and your own memory. They avoid loud, aggressive outbursts. They prefer to quietly weaponize confusion, ensuring the conflict remains internal to your own mind. The ultimate goal of covert invalidation is the total erosion of self-trust. Eventually, the manipulator's reality becomes the only one you feel safe relying on. With your perception destabilized, the cycle escalates into a combination of intermittent reinforcement and the silent treatment. The predator abruptly starves you of all affection, plunging you into a period of freezing, unexplained silence. This triggers a primal biological reaction. Your nervous system detects the loss of a primary attachment and enters a state of high alert fight or flight. You find yourself obsessively analyzing your past actions, begging for a resolution to a conflict that was never clearly defined. Just as you reach your breaking point, the manipulator offers a single small gesture of warmth. This rapid pivot creates a trauma bond. The relief you feel in that moment is a product of chemically engineered addiction. Your brain is reacting to a massive dopamine flood, triggered by the end of the pain. You are now biologically conditioned to look toward the source of your pain for your psychological rescue. To maintain this control, the manipulator must complete the final phase, isolation. They make outside connections emotionally exhausting. By creating conflict or expressing subtle disapproval of your family and friends, they train you to withdraw to avoid the fallout. This creates a state of severe cognitive dissonance. You are aware of the dysfunction, but you no longer have a neutral observer to validate your experience. You stand alone, your self-esteem compromised, feeling entirely responsible for the chaos within the relationship. Isolation ensures there is no external reality check to break the predator's narrative. We need to address the weight of the aftermath you are carrying. The shame and guilt currently sitting on your shoulders is a misplaced burden. You are feeling responsible for a dynamic that was designed to make you feel that way. That shame belongs to the person who engineered this cycle of pain. It is their cowardice, not your failure. Acknowledging that the emotional chaos was a deliberate strategy is the first necessary step towards psychological distance. These systems of control rely on remaining unobserved. They function best when you lack the language to describe what is happening to you. Identifying these tactics allows you to stop experiencing the manipulation and start observing it as an external process. Terms like gaslighting, trauma bonding, and intermittent reinforcement provide the framework to categorize their behavior, separating your identity from their tactics. Your survival of these worst days is proof of your resilience. You have the capacity to rebuild. If this analysis clarified your situation, subscribe to join us. We will continue to decode every dark strategy and build your psychological armor together. we will not let them win.